Hello and welcome. Today we're going to go through a really great survey tool that another founder developed to create a KPI for product market fit. I'll bring it up here so you can read the blog for yourself. It is super interesting. Highly recommend it if you have not come across this. But the founder of Superhuman basically determined that if they ask 4 questions, they can segment answers down to the point where they can figure out who the best customer is and what the features are that they should focus on and what is a calculated number that proves and they actually hit that product market fit tipping point. So if you have time, go through and read this. I'll put my thing in the corner, but if you scroll down, Raul basically came up with 4 key survey questions. And by doing these 4, we can do all kinds of segmentation, we can do a lot of investigations. So for part 1 of the series, we're just going to build the survey and we're going to give it out to our customers here at Cognium so I can lead you guys through this step by step. You can also read through his visualizations, but we're actually going to do it in real time. So first thing is we're going to create a survey in our own software, TANDM Suite, that covers these 4 questions off for us. So first thing, bring up a place where we can have a little bit of a play. This is our product market fit survey area. I've already got it pre-built, but we're going to add it again just so that you can see how this kind of works. So I'm going to add a survey, and it's going to give me a couple of example questions to start off with, but you basically can drag and drop, put whatever questions you want in whatever order, add as many different types of survey questions as you need, and this creates a little app that you can kind of test and see how it's reacting and what it's going to look like in the future. We're going to clear this out because I kind of know what I want it to be. So we're going to start from scratch here. And the first question is kind of a radio button. It's a choose one of these options, which is how would you feel if you can no longer use Superhuman? And ask the exact same thing, but we're going to do that for TANDM Suite instead for our customers. So I'll put in a radio button survey question. We're just going to change it out and we're going to say TANDM Suite instead. And then for these, I'm going to use the exact same options he did. So I was not disappointed, somewhat disappointed, and then very disappointed. And what that allows us to do is see at first glance, like who are the people that we're talking to and who are our primary customers that we need to really focus in on. So that's number 1, all done, ready to go. The next one is what type of people, like what is the role, what is the position or title. It's kind of interesting because that's like a demographic that we're looking at. So I'm going to put in a free text survey question. I'm going to put in his question here and put TANDM Suite. Then I'm going to do one thing that's unique to our software, which is I'm going to create what's called an observed detail. So whoever answers this, when they answer it, I'm going to say, I really want you to say this is the customer type or this is the position or title that I'm interested in. So we're going to leave that there. I've already built it, but you can add these as you go. So every time we can get answers, now I can say, show me only the engineers or the salespeople or the marketers, and I can see what their segment basically is set out of us. Instead of having to go through Excel and do it all by hand, we can do it automatically. So that's step 2. I'll drag this down to number 2 question. And then similar with these, what is the main benefit you get from Superhuman is also, we'll call that a key criteria. So I'm going to add another question to the bottom. We're going to do another free text, put this in here, TANDM Suite. And then I'm going to instead call this one an observed detail for main benefit, so I can search these things later. And then finally, the last question is how can we improve Superhuman for you? I'll say the same thing for TANDM Suite. How do we improve? What's the major thing that would just like rock your world if we added it as a feature? So I put this in. That's basically all we need. I'm going to do one little extra one, which is I'm going to include something called conditional logic or jump questions, where If they said they'd be very disappointed, that's great. That's like the advocates that we're really interested in servicing. But I'm also going to say, hey, it's great you love us so much. Would you mind giving a testimonial? But I only want to do that for the people that definitely love us and would be super disappointed without us. So I'm going to add a question that's a yes/no survey question. It's basically that says, mind giving us a testimonial? They're free to say no, but I only want this to show up if we see disappointed on this first question. So I'm going to add that property that says jump down on the conditional question. Only ask this if they say, how would you feel? Very disappointed. And that way this never shows up for anybody that doesn't really love us, so that we get testimonials from people that we're actually servicing really well. And then finally, on the very last one, let's just put in the testimonial. So I'll put in a survey question that says, here's your free text. Please type, please add in your testimonial below. All right, and we're just about done. That's almost everything that we need here. So the last thing I'm going to do is, as an option, people don't have to do it, but it'd be really cool to be able to follow up or to know which group is saying these things. I'll put in an optional question at the top, which is a free text survey question, which is, what is your full name? Because this will be a completely anonymous survey. Only if they want to add it can they put this in. I'll put like optional. And then on this one, I'm just going to link this in. So it's basically a link to what is the name of the person. So all this together is a couple of questions and we're ready to go. So I'm going to save this app template. It's kind of cool because when I save a survey like this, TANDM Suite, I need to put no, yes, and delete this. Sorry, one more thing. And then on the testimonial properties, I also need our conditional question, which is, if they said they would give us a tutorial, would you mind giving us a tutorial? And they said yes, then show this up. So that should be everything, I think. Let's save this. That's our survey done in a couple of minutes. This is going to create what we call robots. So now that we've got an app template, I can come in here, I can see here's everything that it looks like. I'm going to call this video market fit. And then I'm going to say this is a survey type, and I want this to be an observed thing. People record their own data, and I'll select an avatar out of here, do something like with a star or a like button or something. So, okay, how much do people love us? That's all ready to go. Now I've got this survey basically here. I can send it out with a QR code, I can launch it with a link, I can send it with an SMS. However I want to get this out to people, all of my options are ready, but on my desktop, I'm just going to launch it. So let's launch the app, and then it will show you exactly what this looks like step by step. So as we begin coming through, say, what is my name? My name is Ann Smith. Maybe she's somebody that really definitely loves our software, so she would be very disappointed without us. And then what is the type of people do you think get this benefit? She's like, salespeople really love it. What's the main benefit? Real-time survey results. It's something that we do that not a whole lot of other people do. And how can we improve? She would say maybe more survey button types. All right, so would you mind giving us a testimonial? I would need to go correct that, and then I probably need to put yes. I could put a tutorial and put and love it. So basically something like that. And then next, now this will automatically cycle through. So if you wait for about 5 seconds, it will go back to the start and will ask the survey form to begin again. Now this is super handy if you've got like a desk kiosk or you've got something where you need people to constantly be giving you information. Otherwise, people can just close it and be done. And then on this side of the fence, we can go to our observed, and see all the different people that have taken our survey, including myself. So now we've got data coming through. On part two, we'll show you how we can take all of this raw data and we can formulate what was done in this blog in real time. So all of these graphs and segmentations and all the stuff we're going to build step by step so that you know exactly what to do. But now that we've got a survey, I'm just going to send it out to some customers and we'll see what they say. All right, stay tuned for part two and we'll catch you soon.